Willy's Wonderland is now available everywhere and is directed by Kevin Lewis, and it stars Nicolas Cage in a film which the basic premise is Five Nights at Freddy's, but with Nicolas Cage. That's a great premise for me, so let's talk about it. We follow a quiet drifter who is tricked into a janitorial job at the now condemned Willy's Wonderland. And the mundane tasks at hand slowly but surely become an all-out fight for survival as this man has to face wave after wave of demonically possessed animatronics. Now, I've been extremely excited for this film, but before I give you my thoughts, I want to know what you thought. If you loved Willy's Wonderland, if you hated it, let me know all of that in the comments below. Start the conversation. That is the most important part. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Why don't you try and click that subscribe button? It's looking at you. It's free. You help me. You help the channel. And you also will gain a weapon to face off against demonic animatronics yourself. I also have merch on sale on TeePublic and Redbubble.com. The links for that all in the description. As I've said, I've been extremely excited for this film. I love Nick Cage. I love these wacky B-horror style premises that lend themselves to wackiness and to goofiness within the horror genre. I've been following the writer on Twitter, G.O. Parsons. He comes across as a just great, genuine guy who clearly has a lot of love for this film and for what he created. And let's start with the good, because throughout this entire film, you can clearly feel that energy, that passion, that love for this type of genre, for this very idea that is ripe with potential. And you can feel that in the atmosphere that they create. The ground is very well laid for us, the audience. It's just this one location, these creatures, and this dude, played by Nicolas Cage, just goes nuts. Almost in a nonchalant way, this dude is just doing his job, very much minding his own business, but as soon as he sees one of these creatures who have all these catchphrases that start to tease their victims, the dude just beats the ever-living fuck out of them. I don't know if living fuck is the right way to put it, but, well, here we are. And when those scenes go down, it's really fun. It's really gory. It's really exaggerated and over the top, and it fits this world, this one location. And Nicolas Cage, with his over-the-top reactions and yells and screams and grunts, it's just what you want to see from the man. At points, he's just having his breaks, drinking some soda, frenetically so, and playing some pinball. He's very into it. There are dance montages, and it's just amazing to see how much Nick Cage is into all of this. I also love the cinematography. The look of this film is really fun, but it also lends itself to the intensity of the story as well. I love the colors. I love the way it plays with shadows and lighting. I also love the 80s synth style score that this film has. Something, again, that's really fun and lends itself to this mix of genre, wacky, comedy, over-the-top horror. Unfortunately, however, the film as a whole didn't really sit right with me, because those action scenes, when Nicolas Cage is beating the fuck out of these animatronics, when he's slamming them down, punching them, beating them with sticks and whatnot, or when he's dancing and playing pinball, the film really works. Apart from that, unfortunately, the film doesn't really do anything interesting with its characters or with its world. The only way this film actually finds to convey information to the audience and to teach us about the lore of Willy's Wonderland is really through two blatant scenes of exposition, where these kids want to burn down Willy's Wonderland because they know it's haunted, and so they break in, talking to Nicolas Cage, and they stop everything for this one girl to narrate him the story. And I think this girl, whenever she's on camera, she does a good job. She's also in one of my favorite shows, Mayans MC. But when she starts to narrate this story, you can tell her delivery completely changes and becomes not someone who is talking to another person, but someone who's just narrating and reading lines from a script, and it's really apparent. And the other half of what we need to know is told to us by another character in the film that I will not get into because it's spoilers. But these two scenes that are all that we need to know about this. They are basically the world building of this entire film, are just moments where the film stops and we need to hear somebody explain something to us, which really stops the pacing of the film dead on its tracks. Unfortunately, it takes away from the momentum that the film was building. Nicolas Cage himself, who I adore, I will literally watch anything with this man, and I do mean anything. I was worried through the trailer that he didn't have any lines in it. We just heard him grunt and yell when he was fighting the animatronics, and it's really fun when that happens in this film again, but the dude does not speak. There are some quirks about him that are interesting and are waiting for the film to dive into that, but it never does. He's just a dude trying to do his job, and then he likes to do things on time. He has this watch that sometimes beeps, and he either starts working or stops working when it beeps. And as far as that being all the characterization for the character, I feel is really weak. Even in these awesome, very entertaining and gory action sequences, the editing just seems so frenetic and hyperactive. Sometimes you can't really enjoy the parts that are actually effective and good in this film. Makes it feel like the movie is its own worst enemy. My biggest problem with Willy's Wonderland is that it has these flashes of brilliance. It clearly is a labor of love and care from someone who appreciates this genre, Nick Cage himself, and all the tropes that comes with it. But then it doesn't do anything outside the literal action sequences. It's just very boring to get going, and it's very boring in between its highlights, unfortunately. I'm giving Willy's Wonderland a C-. Now, my beautiful geekies, what did you think of Willy's Wonderland? I hope you love it. I hope you love it as much as I wanted to, because to me, it just fell flat. But let me know what you thought. Comment below, start the conversation. It's the most important part, and thank you so much for watching. You are the best. And again, if you've watched this far, you're not subscribed yet, click the subscribe button. It's free. You don't pay anything, but you would help me out, and you would help the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best. Check out my review of episode 6 of WandaVision. Spoilers for that one. And Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar. Those are up, and I'll have many more through this weekend and the week as well. I hope to see you in those. And so until then, love each other and love the movies.